Put the chocolate into boiling water. What you can do will surprise both you and your guests. It's a great trick for parties or decorating various sweets. First, take a pot and fill it with water. Boil it until it starts bubbling. When it does, drop in the whole chocolate bar. It's best to choose your favorite milk chocolate. While the chocolate is melting, prepare a bowl. Fill the bowl with cold water and add ice cubes. Using tongs, take the melted chocolate out of the pot. Cut off one corner of the chocolate with scissors, creating a small hole. Squeeze the chocolate through the hole directly into the bowl of ice water, forming any letters or patterns you like. Leave the writing in the ice until it hardens completely. Once it's hardened, it's ready. You can use this writing to decorate cakes, fruits, or simply eat it.
This is how I store chicken without a refrigerator, even for up to 12 months. It doesn't take up space in the freezer and is ready to eat. It's a ready idea for dinner. To make the jars, you need 2 kilograms of chicken drumsticks. Wash them thoroughly and clean them. Then, place them on a paper towel and dry them thoroughly. Transfer the meat to a large bowl. You will now season it. Start by adding a tablespoon of salt. Then, add a tablespoon of black pepper and a tablespoon of your favorite seasoning. I chose sweet red paprika. Add a tablespoon of vinegar and mix it all. Rub the seasonings thoroughly into the drumsticks. Set the meat aside for a few minutes. Prepare a couple of onions. Slice them into 1 centimeter thick rings. Wash a bunch of parsley. Then chop it finely. Prepare sterilized jars with a large capacity. Place a layer of onions on the bottom and sprinkle them with parsley. Take a chicken drumstick and place it vertically in the jar. Add more pieces of meat, placing onions in between. Add enough drumsticks to fill the jar tightly. Close it tightly. Repeat the process with the remaining jars. Fill a large pot with water. Place 2 kitchen towels on the bottom. Put the jars with chicken in and add water. The jars must be completely submerged in water. Cook them over medium heat for 5 hours. After that time, the jars are ready. The meat cooked in this way releases its own juices. You can simply reheat this chicken in the microwave or in a pan and dinner is ready.
Take 1 onion and a jar lid. A friend from China taught me this trick. What you can do with them is amazing. You will definitely try this idea right away. Take large, beautiful onions, peel them if necessary, and cut off the stem ends. Clean them from the roots, but don't cut too much from that side. Place the prepared onion on the jar lid. Cut it in half. The lid will prevent you from cutting it all the way through. Now, cut it crosswise. Then, continue cutting it horizontally as shown in the video. This way, you will cut it into many pieces. It will look a bit like a flower. Cut the remaining onions the same way. Do everything exactly like with the first onion. Take a large bowl, pour water into it. Soak the cut onions in it. Leave them in the water for an hour and then dry them. In the bowl, beat 2 eggs. Mix them into a uniform mass. Add 100 milliliters of milk and mix again. In a separate container, prepare flour. Add salt, pepper, and sweet paprika. Mix them thoroughly with the flour. Now, take the first onion. It should be relatively dry by now. Dip it in the egg, be thorough. Then dust the onion in the second bowl with flour. Again, do it thoroughly so that the flour covers the entire onion. Heat oil in a pot. Put the onion in it. Fry it until golden brown. Turn it over to ensure it fries well on the other side too. Place it on a plate. Serve with sour cream and tomato sauce. Just peel off individual onion feathers and savor their extraordinary flavor. This prepared onion makes an amazing snack or a standalone dish. Since my friend showed me this recipe, I make such onions regularly. It's delicious. Delicious chicken fillets in soy sauce. My family asks for them every day, and everyone who tries them asks for more. You need 4 chicken fillets. Cut them diagonally, all the same way, only on one side. Cut 2 red onions in half and chop them. Slice 2 larger tomatoes. Pour 2 tablespoons of olive oil and half a cup of soy sauce into a large dish. Add a pinch of salt, a bit of pepper, oregano, and basil to taste. Remember that soy sauce is already salty, so you don't need too much salt. Add a tablespoon of brown sugar and squeeze 2 cloves of garlic through a press. You can add more garlic if you like. Marinate the chicken breasts in the mixture. Soak them on each side. Wrap in foil and let it sit for half an hour. Sprinkle onions on the bottom of a baking dish. Arrange tomato slices on top. Place the chicken fillets on them. Arrange them side by side. Pour the remaining marinade over them. Put it in a preheated oven at 180 degrees for 30 minutes. After this time, take it out and sprinkle the top with grated yellow cheese. Put it back in the oven. Bake until the cheese melts and browns. You can serve the finished dish to guests. It looks amazing and tastes excellent. You can place a single fillet on a plate and savor its original taste. Everyone is surprised by this simple dish and asks for the recipe.
Delicious dinner with white cabbage. You won't want to eat regular meatballs anymore. Take 1 medium-sized cabbage. Cut it into 3-centimeter pieces from the top. Place each piece gently on a baking sheet. Season the cabbage with salt and pepper. Transfer the ground meat to a large bowl. Add 1 finely chopped onion. Crush 3 cloves of garlic and add them to the meat. Add a tablespoon of red pepper, a tablespoon of black pepper, 2 tablespoons of salt. Then sprinkle a tablespoon of nutmeg and Provençal herbs. Put on a rubber glove and mix everything thoroughly to evenly distribute the spices. Remove the glove and grease your hand with oil. Take a piece of meat and shape it into a round cutlet. It should be the diameter of 1 cabbage leaf. Then, place it on the cabbage. Repeat the process. Add 50 grams of chopped chives to the bowl. Add 30 grams of dill. Then, transfer 200 grams of natural yogurt to the bowl and 20 grams of tomato concentrate. Mix everything thoroughly until you get a uniform consistency. Spread the mixture over the cutlets with a spoon. Cover the meat completely. Place the prepared dish in an oven preheated to 180 degrees Celsius. Bake for 45 minutes. Meanwhile, make the sauce. Add 20 milliliters of milk to the natural yogurt. Add a clove of garlic and your favorite spices. Mix everything. Pour the dish with the sauce. This cabbage meatball tastes excellent. It is healthy and satisfying. My family loves it.